Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and welcome to our 10th class of the G3 course. Just would like to thank you very much first of all, Jazakumullah, for arriving early. And just as usual, we'll discuss the etiquettes later. But those who are not aware as of yet, we are aware we can't listen to everybody on the mic, so that's why we advise you to record your hifz, your hifz, and or send it to us this email g3hifz@gmail.com, and we'll have a listen and review and then give feedback. Yeah. So we are going to start with our opening prayer as usual. May I please request ST to choose a student for me, please?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Walaikum
For our
assalam.
first student, I would like to choose G327. If you could unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam, G327. Please start from Ta'awuz and Tasmiyah and please start reciting the opening prayer.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب علمني ما هو خير عندك. Oh my Lord, teach me what is best for me in your knowledge. Tazkirah.
Jazakumullah. That's a reference where it's taken from. Jazakumullah, G327. Just one thing, when we're doing waqf at the end, this fatha turns into sukoon, so indak, yeah?
Okay,
But otherwise, mashallah, very well recited.
thank you.
Okay, so we are going to now move on to our lesson number 10, which is we're going to start a new surah, Surah Al-Jummah, and we're going to focus on verses 1 till 4 today, inshallah. Just before we start, everybody is now aware of the class etiquettes and they need to be fulfilled. So please make sure you've done your wuzu, your ablution, you're wearing clean clothes, and you have head covering on top of your head, whether it be a scarf or a cap. And you should be sitting in a quiet place so that you can actually pay attention, and you have to be sitting with your parent so that they can supervise you throughout the class. And if you have any immediate questions, you can ask your parents. And please come in with your correct ID, otherwise your attendance would not be marked. And I can see, mashallah, so far everybody has come with the correct ID, but if you're not, then please rename yourself. Yeah. So Jazakumullah. Okay. So as it says, Surah Al-Jummah, verses 1 till 4, we will first do the translation of the surahs. So may I please request ST to choose a student for me who can do the translation of the surah?
Yes, for our next participant, I would like to call G329.
G329, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you please start the translation from here?
Okay. In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful. Whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth glorifies Allah, the sovereign, the holy, the mighty, the wise. He it is who has raised among the unlettered people a messenger from among themselves, who recites unto them his signs, and purifies them, and teaches them the book and wisdom, although they were before in manifest misguidance, and among others from among them who have not yet joined them. He is the mighty, the wise. Jazakallah.
Excellent. Very well recited, G329. Again, just to reiterate, the purpose of the translation is so that you can understand the Arabic and what you're reading in the Arabic. So now when we go back to the verses, you will be able to track back the translation, and we are going to reinforce that. We're going to do split word translation in a second. But before that, I will recite the verses, and please pay attention to them, yeah? Please engage in that and notice all the rules that we have done so far. notice how they've been fulfilled in these verses. Okay, so I will start from Ta'awudh and Tasmiyah. So أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض الملك القدوس العزيز الحكيم هو الذي بعث في الأميين رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياته ويزكيهم ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة وإن كانوا من قبل لفي ضلال مبين وآخرين منهم لما يلحقوا بهم وهو العزيز الحكيم. Okay, so there were some letters, some rules concerning the manifestation. So the izhar that we've done. The other ones were the ikhfa, where we had to hide the sound of the noon. Then there was madalin, which we are going to do today, which is soft elongation. There were many other rules. For example, the similar sounding letters, the ain, the alif, then the ha and the ha, and prolonging, for example, alif here for 2 seconds, wama. So all of these signs, all of these things we have to be careful of. Then qalqala here, when we have ba with sukoon on top, so qalqala letter, we have to do a jerk here. So all of these to be kept in mind. All right, so now we are going to do split translations, and you will see which translation specifically is reference to which Arabic letter. And there are the attributes of Allah are mentioned here as well. So I'm going to ask later on how many attributes you can spot, and if you can name some. So be careful, listen carefully. So yusabbihu glorifies, lillahi ma, Allah, that what, fis samawati is in the heavens, wa ma, and that what, fil ardi is in the earth, al malikil, the sovereign, al Qudus, the holy, al aziz al hakim, the mighty, the wise. Huwaladhi, he who, ba'atha, raised, fil ummiyina, in, unlettered, rasulan, a messenger, minhum, from among them, yatlu, who recited, alayhim, to them, ayatihi, his signs, wa yuzakkihim, and purifies them, wa yu'allimuhum, and teaches them, al-kitab, the book, wal hikmah, and wisdom, وَإِن كَانُوا, and although they were, مِن قَبْلُ, from before that, lafi, surely in, ضَلَالٍ مُبِينٍ, manifest misguidance, wa, and آخَرِينَ, others, minhum, from them, lamma, not yet, يَلْحَقُوا بِهِمْ, who have joined with them, وَهُوَ, and he, al-Azizu, is the mighty, Al-Hakim, the wise. Okay, I hope it's clear now, but I would like to choose some students who can spot some of Allah's attributes that we that are mentioned in this verse. So ST, would you be able to choose a student for me?
Yes, for our next student, I would like to call G406. If you could unmute.
G406. Assalamu alaikum. I can hear you very dim. Can you speak up, please?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Okay. Can you spot some of the attributes of Allah the Almighty?
Al-Aziz al-Hakim, the mighty, the wise.
MashaAllah, well done. Yep, the mighty, the wise. Excellent. Any other?
It's about in the heaven.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Oh, you said no. No, that's not an attribute. It's okay. Jazakumullah G406, you told me two of them. So Al-Aziz is a separate one, and Al-Hakim is a separate one. So well done for telling me two. Can we have another student who can tell me the other?
For our next student, I would like to call G403.
G403, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Okay, could you spot for me attributes of Allah the Almighty mentioned in this verse?
His signs. Ayati. He.
That's not an attribute. Nope.
Is it Al-Quddus?
Excellent. Yes. So anything that describes Allah the Almighty is an attribute of Allah, right?
The sovereign.
Excellent. Well done. Yeah, that's one.
Is another one Al-Maliki?
Excellent. Yep, the holy. Well done. Excellent. All right. From this, we can find only 4. Okay. Jazakumullah. G403. Very well done. Well done for spotting them. Can I have one more student, please?
Yes, for our next student, I would like to call G416. If you can unmute yourself.
G416. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Would you be able to spot attributes of Allah the Almighty for me from here? Can you see any? It's a repeated one that we've already done, but it has been repeated in the other verses that we can see here. Any idea?
No.
No? Okay. So, okay, that's fine. So we can see here, Al-Aziz, that has been repeated. We've just done that in the prior verse. Al-Hakim, the wise. So Allah the Almighty is the mighty and the wise. Okay? So that's an attribute describing Allah the Almighty in the best fashion. All right, Jazakumullah G416. Jazakumullah for trying. All right. So I briefly touched on the rule that we are going to do today, which is someone is muted. Please unmute it. Please mute yourself. Okay. So as I said, the rule we're doing today is mad-leen, which means soft elongation. So what does mad mean? Mad means to prolong, right? We've heard of mad in other rules as well, mad-saghir, mad-kabir. So mad just means to prolong. Leen means to ease or to soften. Okay, so this rule is all about easing and softening the letter and prolonging it when we see it in certain circumstances. So, so there are 2 letters that you have to be aware of: waw, sakin, and ya, sakin. Okay, sakin is the ya that has sukoon on top, waw that has a sukoon on top. So it's only, so this mad-leen is observed only when waw sakin or ya sakin is preceded, as in it's after a maftu letter. A maftu letter is a letter carrying fatha, right? And leen letters, they'll be called leen letters. They should be softly prolonged for 2 seconds, counts or beats. So what I mean by this rule is that, for example, the first word, alayhim, so we can see that we have ya sakin, right? And it's preceded by lam, as in before the ya sakin, there's lam that has fatha on top. So we call this a maftuh letter because it has fatha on top. So if you have a maftuh letter and then you have ya sakin or wow sakin, that means you have to prolong it for 2 seconds, but softly. It's a soft letter, softly prolonged. Alayhim. Okay. I hope that's clear. Raise your hands if it's clear. Only raise your hand if it's clear to you. Okay, hands are going up. Good, good. We have 29 participants here. So that means I have 18 so far, 17 so far. 19 now. Okay. All right. Now lower your hands, please. All those who have not understood, please raise your hands. Okay. All right. Okay, we have 2. So ST, would you please be able to choose them? One of them first and then the second one?
Yes, for our first participant, G417. If you can unmute yourself.
G417, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Okay, you raised your hands. That means you did not understand the rule. Is there anything specific that you didn't understand? G417? I can't hear you.
The wow sakin and the ya.
I'm very sorry. G417, I can't hear you. You raised your hand. Was it an accident?
I didn't see that you put my hand.
Okay, you didn't see that. Okay, no worries, no problem. So we can mute you. Anyone else who raised their hand and don't understand? Yeah, well, I think I saw one. G328, I guess.
Yes, I'll unmute them.
Yep, yes, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Yes, G328, you raised your hand.
Yes.
So what do you not understand?
I don't understand how do we do the rule.
Okay, all right. Okay. So whenever we're doing this rule, we have to have 2 letters in mind. Those are wow sakin and ya sakin, right? Okay.
Yes.
So whenever these letters come after a letter that has fatha on top, so you can see here, where is ya sakin here?
Ya sakin is after the lam.
Excellent, well done. And what does the lam have on top of it?
It has a fatha.
Excellent. So that's how you can find out whether this ya sakin is a lean letter or not. Lean means to ease. So today's rule was maddi lean. Okay. So if a ya sakin or a vav sakin comes before a letter that has fatha on top, and it can be any letter, it just has to have fatha on top. Okay. So then you have to prolong this ya. So how would you do this? Try this.
Alayhim.
Excellent. So what did you do here? You prolonged the ya sakin, right? And you did it softly. Alayhim. It's not alayhim, right? It's not that. It's wrong. That would be wrong. You have to do it softly. Alayhim. So mold the voice, mold the letter, the word into how it should be. Alayhim. Okay. Try the second one.
Al-ghaybi.
Excellent. Excellent. The next one.
Al-qawmi.
Perfect. So you practically know what you're doing. Do you understand?
Yes, now I understand. Jazakallah.
No problem. Jazakumullah. Okay. Anyone else who doesn't understand? Don't be afraid to raise your hand. Okay. Oh, we have one hand raised.
Yes, I'll
Yep.
call them.
Sure.
G308 and G309, if you can unmute yourself.
My sister, she doesn't
Walaikum
quite
assalam.
know the rule, so
Okay.
that's what I raised my hand.
Okay, that's all right. What's your what's the ID? Is it 308 or 309?
309. Hers is 309. Mine is
Okay.
308.
Okay. So let me now I'll speak to G309. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Okay. Is there anything specific that you don't understand, or should I just repeat the whole rule again?
Please, can you repeat the whole thing again?
Yes, I will. And this time I'll go slowly. I think I'm going a little bit faster. Okay. So the rule we're talking about is called madde lean, which if you translate it, it's lean is soft elongation. Elongation is mud. Okay. So soft elongation is our rule for today. And there are two letters that you have to be mindful of in this rule. These are waw sakin and ya sakin. Okay, we only have two letters in this case, so it should be pretty easy to remember them. Waw sakin, a waw that carries a sukoon on top. Can you see the sign on top of waw? That's a sukoon sign, okay? And on top of ya, sukoon sign, okay? So that's that's how you recognize them and recognize if there's a rule that concerning this. So let's see.
Let me see again.
In this first word, where can you see any ya sakin or waw sakin? Which one can you see?
I can see your socket on the first but second line.
On the first, okay, are you talking about this one?
No, she means the last one.
This one?
Yeah, this one.
Okay, well done. Okay, how many can you see?
1, 2.
2, well done, excellent. This is actually a very good example where you can actually differentiate between if it's a lean letter or not. Okay, so the first ya, it carries a sukoon on top, right? And the letter before that is what? What is that, G309? What's this letter before the ya? Ya sakin, the very first ya sakin? The one I've highlighted. Oh, I think they're muted.
So I'm sorry, that was an accident.
We accidentally got muted.
You know.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so what letter can you see before the ya sakin?
Before the yes, I can see a doll with a chisel on it.
Before
Not the second one. I'm talking about the ya, this ya, and the letter before this ya. So the one I'm highlighting right now.
okay.
And alif.
Excellent, well done. So this is alif that has fatha on top. Okay, so remember this rule. Whenever you have a ya sakin or a waw sakin, and the letter before that could be any letter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be alif, any letter. But the only condition is that that letter is carrying fatha, this sign on top of the letter. It's called fatha. Okay, then you know that this ya sakin or this waw sakin is a lean letter. So that's why you have to prolong it softly. Okay, however, on the other case, we can see that the second ya sukoon on top and the letter before that is dal, but it does not carry a fatha. What does it carry instead? It carries a kasra.
Okay.
Yeah. In this case, this ya sakin is not a lean letter. Okay. So in this case, we're still prolonging this, but there's no condition of prolonging it softly. So let's try reading this all together. So would you like to try G309?
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
أيديهم.
Perfect. MashaAllah. Excellent. So you can see the softness comes from you molding that ya sound, like the ya. So I, not air, right? So there's a clear there's a clear softening of your ya sound, the voice. So I him, but that's not the case with the dal that has kasra under, and then you have ya sukoon. It's just a simple him, right?
Okay.
Let's do the very first letter here, the one I've highlighted. Yeah, go ahead. Do this letter. Well, sorry, word, not letter.
Yada.
No, not this one. This one, the one before that.
Where?
This. Al.
यहाँ
किधर?
इधर ये देखो.
Al.
Yeah.
Should she repeat after me?
Yeah, sure.
Al
Al.
mo
Maut.
al mauta.
Al mauta.
Excellent. So G308 is a great teacher to use G309. Well done. Keep helping yourself. So well done. So again, here we have waw sakin, and the letter before that is has fatha on top, right? So then we have to prolong this vowel softly. Al-mauta. Very well done. Now do the middle one here that I've highlighted, jata. You can help with that G308 as well.
Do you wanna try by yourself?
Yeah.
Pardon?
يتمنونه.
Well done. Excellent. So I'm very impressed with how you did the gunna, the sound, you held the noon sound for 2 seconds. That was good. Excellent. And the waw here has sakoon on top, and the letter before, which is noon, carries a fatha. So well done. So this waw will be called a lean waw, a lean letter. Okay. So the only thing was here, right here, the ha is carrying madis saghir and inverted dhamma. So we have to prolong it for at least 5 seconds here. But other than that, mashallah, very well done, G309. I hope you've understood it now.
Yes, I have understood it now. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, well done, excellent. Jazakumullah. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our hifz part of the lesson, and are up to date with their hifz, and they have actually memorized with correct pronunciation. That's the main focus of the class of G3. All right, so let's start. Bismillah. May I please ask the ST to choose a student for us that can participate in the hifz?
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. For our next student, I would like to call G470. If they can unmute.
G470, assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Okay, I would like to ask you, how much of the surah that we've done, Surah Saf, have you memorized so far?
I've done 1 to 15. 1 to 15. Only the end bit of 15. I don't know.
Mashallah. So you're quite up to date, right? A little bit left, but that's very good. Excellent. Have you come to the mic before to do the hifz?
Yes.
For which verses?
I've done all of them.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I would still like to listen to let's say from verses 8 to 10. I'll tell you the first part of how it starts. Okay?
Yeah.
All righty. Okay, so I'm going to pause the screen here so that you are not able to see it. And yeah, you can start.
Did I start from Yuriduna?
It starts from Wallahu.
Which part is that?
Verse number 8. So Wallahu la yahdil.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والله can you please tell me a bit of that bit?
Yeah, that's Wallahu la yahdil.
والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين يريدون ليطفئوا نور الله بأفواههم وأنفسهم ذلكم فضل لكم إن كنتم تعلمون.
No, you went off to a different one. So from bi'afwahihim, what's next?
والله متم نوره ولو كره الكافرون.
Good.
هو الذي أرسل رسوله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله ولو كره المشركون.
Okay, Jazakumullah. Well done, G470. So you told me verses 8 to 10. All right. So I'll unpause the screen. Can you see the screen now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Mashallah, overall, I could see that you did memorize with the correct pronunciation. I have a doubt here. I heard bi'afwalihim, but did you say afwahihim?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that might just have been an error from my side. I couldn't hear you properly here, so that's all right. No mistake here. Then I'll remove that. All right. Yeah. So on yas, what do we have on top of ya?
Mud.
Yeah. Which type of mud is it? So there are two types. One is mad saghir, but the other one is mad kabir. Which one do you think this is?
Mad kabir.
No, that's not correct. It's mad saghir. The mad kabir one, it's a thick one, right? And mad kabir, which means we have to prolong it for at least 4 to 6 seconds. But this is a thin one. That's how you can differentiate between the two. So this is mad saghir. Saghir means small. Okay, kabir, big. Okay. So this is for at least 3 to 5 seconds. So I didn't quite see the 3 to 5 seconds prolongation. You did it for 2 seconds, but it must be 3 to 5 seconds, okay? Then same goes here. The ha has inverted dhamma, which means you have to prolong it for 2 seconds. And I did not see that prolongation here either. And I could see that you are breaking your breath is, you're running out of breath and you're breaking your breath. And when you break it, you're not breaking it at the place properly, and then you're not restarting it from where it should make sense. Okay, for example, here, you lost your breath here, and I could not hear your lam here. So, walau karihal mushrikun. Because of the shortness of breath, I could not hear this, and therefore, the sound of you reading this was not accurate in my opinion. So please make sure that whenever you feel that you're running out of breath, stop at that place and restart from where it makes sense. All right. But overall, mashallah, it was very good. Jazakumullah. May I have next student, please?
Yes, for our next student, I would like to call G336 if they can unmute themselves.
G336. Assalamu alaikum. G336. Please unmute yourself.
I think they might be having some technical difficulties.
All right.
So
Yeah.
the participant.
Sure.
G356, if you can unmute yourself.
G356. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Okay. G356. How much of the hifz have you done so far?
I've done 1 to 14.
Okay, pretty updated. Good. Mashallah. Also do the last verse that we've done, 15. Okay.
I'm working on it.
And how far have you come? Have you come to the mic before?
Yes.
And how far have you done? Which verses did you recite?
I recited. I don't understand. You're saying.
As in, so when you came on the mic before, which and you were told to do the hifz, to recite the hifz, which verse did you stop at?
It's in the first raku, that's where I stopped.
First ruku. Do you know what verse that is? I'll try to. Okay, well, then what we'll do?
It's huwa allazi arsala.
Okay, let me just find that. I saw that somewhere. I think that's the 8th one, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So you've done up to verse 10.
Yeah.
All right. So would you like, we don't have verse 11 to 15 on screen, unfortunately, but I can, so everybody, they should have the Holy Quran in front of them, and take out verses 11 to 14 and we will listen to the verse now, okay?
Should I recite from 8 to 10?
I would like you to recite from 8, okay, yeah, from 8 till 12, not 10, please.
Okay.
Okay, only, just give me 1 second and I'll tell you when to start. All right, yes, okay, I'm going to move the screen. I'm going to clear the screen first. Right. All right, I've moved it to verse number 7. You're going to start from verse number 8 till 12, yeah? Yes. Go ahead.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ومن أظلم ممن افترى على الله الكذب
That's not okay, that's fine, sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Apologies.
على الله الكذب وهو يدعى إلى الإسلام والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين يريدون ليطفئوا نور الله بأفواههم والله متم نوره ولو كره الكافرون هو الذي أرسل رسوله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله ولو كره المشركون يا أيها الذين آمنوا هل أدلكم على تجارة تنجيكم من عذاب أليم تؤمنون بالله ورسوله وتجاهدون في سبيل الله بأموالكم وأنفسكم ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون.
Excellent. Jazakumullah. That was very well recited. So I could see that that was very fluent. So I could see that you have memorized it. And mashallah, for the most part, it was very well pronounced. Okay. But before I start with you, G470 that came here early, I apologize. I made you start from Wallahu la yahdi al-qawm al-zalimin, which is a part of what's number 8. I should have done it from the start. Nevertheless, you performed well. So, okay, G356. You can see the screen, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the only mistake I could see here is, again, there's a inverted dhamma, so you have to prolong it for 2 seconds. And secondly, you stopped here. Okay, and the way you stopped was kullihi. That's incorrect. So when you're doing a waqf, what should this be instead?
Kullihi.
No, kulli. Okay. So because you're doing a waqf, you're imagining that you're doing a waqf here, you're stopping here. So you have to stop appropriately here, which is kulli instead of kullihi, because that would be a continuation of the next, of the whole verse, which in fact is not. You're doing a waqf here. All right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. In terms of some things, for example, I could see that you're not applying the rules we have done in terms of izhar, manifestation, or ikhfa. Okay. So there's so whenever you have a noon sakin and the next letter, depending on the next letter, you decide if it's ikhfa, which means you have to hide the noon sound or the tanween sound, or if it's izhar letter, you have to manifest it. So for example, in the verse number 10, I think it was, or in number 11, so wa'anfusikum, it should be, the noon should not be manifested, it should be hidden, because the next letter is fa. Okay, but you said wa'anfusikum, so throughout, whenever there were these cases, you were manifesting the noon sound. But please be like discriminate between izhar letter and ikhfa letter. Okay.
Okay.
But other than that, mashallah, I'm very impressed. Jazakumullah. G356.
Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah. May I please have next student now?
For our next student, I would like to call G340.
G340. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. G340. All right. The same question goes for you too. How much have you memorized so far?
I didn't put my hand up. I think it was a mistake.
Okay, but how much have you done though?
I've
done.
Sorry.
What? I've
done half of it.
Okay, that's all right. Okay, Jazakumullah for the honesty. That's all right. So, how about you start? And have you come here before to do that? To come on the mic before to do it? Have you ever been picked to do the hifz? G340? I think G340 is muted. It's okay. Okay, we'll move on to the next student then, yeah?
Yes, I'll call another student.
Yeah.
If G403 can unmute themselves.
Okay. Yeah.
Assalamu
Wa alaikum assalam, G403. All right. How much have you memorized?
I memorized the whole surah, Asaf, mashallah.
MashaAllah, excellent. And have you come to the mic before to recite?
I have come to the mic before today.
No, as in to recite the hifz.
No.
Okay, so you've never come. Okay, that's all right.
I have come before.
Uh-huh.
I have come before on Tuesday.
All right. So how many verses did you recite?
Back then I recited 11 to 14, which wasn't very fluent.
Uh-huh. All right, mashallah. Okay. So we can, do you think you're ready now?
Yes, I think so. I sent a recording today for
Okay.
verse 11 to 14 and verse 15.
Mashallah. So do you want to start from verse number 10 and
Okay.
then go up to verse number 15?
Okay, yes.
All right. Okay, I'm going to post. We don't have a screen, unfortunately, for that. So everybody, please have the Holy Quran in front of you and follow along there. Okay, you can start now.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم هو الذي أرسل رسوله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله ولو كره المشركون يا أيها الذين آمنوا هل أدلكم على تجارة تنجيكم من عذاب أليم تؤمنون بيطفئوا نور الله بأموالكم وأنفسكم ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون يغفر لكم ذنوبكم ويدخلكم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار ومساكن طيبة في عدن ذلكم فوز عظيم وأخرى تحبونها نصر من الله وفتح قريب وبشر المؤمنين يا أيها الذين آمنوا كونوا أنصار الله كما قال عيسى ابن مريم للحواريين من أنصاري إلى الله قال الحواريون نحن أنصار الله
Yeah.
فآمنت طائفة من بني إسرائيل وكفرت طائفة فأيدنا الذين آمنوا على الدين كله على الدين
على عدوهم
في
فأصبحوا
ظاهرين.
Excellent. Very well done. I'm very impressed, mashallah. You have done the whole of the surah that we've covered so far. So that's excellent. G403, mashallah. Just I will just resume my sharing. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen now.
Okay, good, excellent. Overall, mashallah, in terms of his, as I've said, mashallah, you've done very well, very great numbers. You've achieved high number. In terms of pronunciation, there were a few basic mistakes, okay? So just be mindful of them. For example, the kaf has fatha on top, okay? So make sure you don't prolong it for 2 seconds. It's only 1 second. So in other verses that you've recited, occasionally you have prolonged a letter that you should not have prolonged, okay?
Okay.
So be mindful of them and don't prolong them. And the ones that you're meant to prolong, for example, the ya that has mad saghir on top, you're meant to prolong it for at least 3 seconds, 3 to 5, okay?
Okay.
So make prolong them. You haven't done that. And the same goes for inverted dhamma. You're meant to prolong it for 2 seconds.
Okay.
Right? I also noticed one other thing I would like to tell you. Let me point that out. One second.
I can't see your screen.
You can't see anything?
I can only see the 3 mistakes.
Okay, yeah. The other screen, we don't have the other screen, unfortunately. So if you have the Holy Qur'an in front of you.
I don't have the Holy Qur'an in front of me.
Okay, but from next time, please make sure you do. Unfortunately, I don't have it on up here on the screen. Okay, there was, I can't figure out where it was now. It's been lost. Okay, just go back to the recording, and when we finish with the with this class, and look at the Holy Quran and compare your hifz, okay?
Okay.
Because there was one mistake where you did not pronounce, the verse was wrongly recited. A part of the verse was wrongly recited, okay? But other than that, mashallah, just keep going.
I think it was around verse 13.
Verse number 13. Okay, do you want to start again with verse number 13?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. That's verse number okay,
number
12.
9.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Right, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Should I start with Tawuz and Tasmiyah?
Yeah, start with Tawuz. That Tawuz should be fine.
Okay. Bismillahirrahman.
Tawuz is A'udhu Billah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم تؤمنون بالله ورسوله وتجاهدون في سبيل الله بأموالكم وأنفسكم ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I didn't hear you from. Did you say Zalikum?
I think I said Zalik. I don't think I said Zalikum yet. ذلكم خير لكم إن ويزكي.
All right.
وإذ ذلكم خير لكم.
That's all right. That's all right. Jazakumullah G403. Jazakumullah. We are running out of time, so we have to stop here.
Jazakallah.
Okay. Akmala. Okay, so this question was asked, how many examples of iqlab of Noon Sakin are there in Surah Al-Jummah? This was asked last lesson. Does anyone have an answer to this?
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Raise your hands. Not only raise your hands if you have an answer to this. Otherwise, you'll be picked and you will be asked.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
All right. ST, please choose a student for us.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. We cannot see your screen at the moment. I think it's paused.
Wa alaikum assalam. You cannot hear. Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. I will try to figure that out. Can you see my screen now? Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam warahmatullah. Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, good. Okay. So this question I've asked, that was asked previously, how many examples of iqlab of Noon Sakin are there in Surah Al-Jummah? Can you please pick a student for us?
Yes, I would like to pick G329, if you can unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. So G329, do you have an answer to this?
I think it's 2 maybe.
Do you know the examples?
I've forgotten them.
Like, you've forgotten them, no worries, but Jazakumullah, well done, you are correct. So there are 2 examples of iqlab of Noon Sakin. So if we go down, these are the examples. Would you like to recite both of them, please?
I believe they have muted themselves. Should I call them again?
Yes, please. Actually, we don't have time. I can see there's poll. I wasn't aware that there will be poll, but I can see there's poll of the knowledge quest. Most of you, mashallah, you are correct. There were 2 examples. How many times does it appear in Surah Saf? Right. Okay. I think, okay, that's okay. We're running out of time. I think we should move on. I'll just quickly introduce you to your homework, which is to memorize the first 4 verses of the Surah Jummah, and also revise Surah Saf in full. Okay, and your knowledge quest question for next time would be, how many examples of waw leen are there in Surah Jummah verses 5 to 7? So that's the rule we have done today. Madilin, so in specific, it's asking for how many waw leen can you see? All right. So we will quickly end with our prayer, ending prayer. Can I have a student for the ending prayer, please?
Yes, I would like to call G428.
G428. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Please end our class today with the ending prayer.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم مرحمني بالقرآن العظيم واجعله لي إماما ونورا وهدى
ورحمة. Excellent. Translation as well, please.
Oh Allah, have mercy on me. on me through the great Qur'an, and make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
Jazakumullah. Ameen. Sumani. Right. Jazakumullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.